What up, what up, what up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Opps SportsCast. We in the building here, March 25th, 2026. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about because baseball season is starting today. Kicking off on Netflix. Yankees Giants are underway. And so we're going to be talking all things, giving you a season preview, and giving our thoughts on who's going to win MVP, who will win the divisions, everything from maybe some fun trivia questions as well to kick off the season to get us into the MLB spirits. I got my Mets jersey on. Dave in the cut got his Yankees jersey on. We ready to roll. Zeke will be here soon. He's got his Braves jersey on. Oh, we hyped. We hyped for this one. We're going to be talking everything from a little bit of hockey to be sprinkled in today, as well as another NBA team. Are they tanking? And what may be the solution for that? But before we jump into it, let's introduce the starting lineup. Hopefully Zeke will be here soon. Obviously, Josh is taking a much needed family vacation, and we're very happy to that he's doing that and is spending some time with his kids. I'll give you guys a hint of where he might be. He's out in Florida enjoying some time. Hopefully he's enjoying some time with the family. So big ups to you, Josh, wherever you are. But it's just me and Dave right now. So I'll just introduce my boy. Let him know who you are.
It's the one and only Dave in the cut.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No
Zeke
low.
hopefully should be here shortly, as he was having some technical difficulties. But hey, another start to the season. All hopes are made new. Everybody has a shot to win the big game. It is opening day
Yes,
2026.
yes, it is.
And
Yes,
I'm really excited. And as always, if you're a T-Mobile customer, we're not sponsored by T-Mobile, but they give you free MLB TV, so that way you can catch every game. I make sure to download it, so I'll be catching every single Mets game and a few others as they pop up, and I may take interest. But let's get ahead and jump right into the first topic. If you have it to throw it up onto the screen, and hopefully Zeke will be able to join us shortly.
yes.
But I think the crazy thing is uh, MLB opening day. And you know what? We say opening night on Netflix, but should we really, is that really a thing? Because I think um, TV is going away largely. I think everything is going to be essentially on these kind of streaming services. So I would say, why not Netflix? But I know there's some backlash. Um, but why not? I mean, isn't Netflix is the number one streaming service? Uh, I think in all of America, right? Who has a bigger streaming audience than Netflix? Netflix is the largest.
I
So if
mean,
you
I
want to debut anywhere,
be honest with you.
huh?
I think they're king right now. To be honest with you,
Yeah. And so if you want to debut anywhere, why not Netflix? Why not? It's the changing of the guard. I know that. But do you got any issue with MLB opening on Netflix Day?
um, so let me. Yeah, so I did until the game started, and then I saw the lineup. They got CC Sabathia in the booth, um, and CC seems kind of like the I don't want to call him the rookie in the booth, but the other guys seemed a little more seasoned. You know what I mean? You can tell like they don't work together, but you know, the broadcast is not bad at all, man. And the only thing that I don't like is that Michael K's not calling the game. It's not opening day at Yankee Stadium, but it's opening day for the Yankees. And so I would like to see Michael K be calling the first game of the year for the Yankees on the Yes Network. That's really my only gripe. But another thing is I was listening to MLB radio this morning on the way into work, and Steve Phillips, and I don't know who the young lady was that was on the show with him, but she was saying how it's so exciting. Today is such an exciting day because there's only one game on the slate for opening day. It's such a magical time right now in this moment with one game. And my thought on that was it's not magical at all. Like we're trying to grow the game of baseball, right? The idea is, we're doing baseball in all of these different countries and stuff like that. The idea is to grow the game. So how are you growing the game when if today is not officially opening day, which it is because two teams are playing the first game of the season, why in the world do you only have one game slated for opening day of such a powerhouse like Major League Baseball? And that is the part that I don't understand. I think I have more of a problem with that than I have with it being on Netflix, to be honest with you, because the product looks fine. I mean, the cameras are a little smoky and stuff, but they do a lot of fireworks and stuff out there, and it kind of clouds up the field or whatever. But I don't know, man. I think I have more of a problem with the fact that opening day has one game going on for the new season, and rather than it being on Netflix, to be honest with you.
Hmm. Well, I
What
mean,
about you?
maybe they're following the NFL model, right? Because didn't the NFL start opening day like I'm not sure which was it this year that they started in Mexico, or was that last year?
I I,
Um,
I think it was this previous season. I know that they did, and then they followed up with they followed up with a night where they had like two games on a Thursday, I
hmm,
believe, and then two games on a Monday night, if I'm not mistaken. So, I get it, but for baseball, man, I don't see that being valuable. You know what I'm saying? It's like that doesn't I don't I just it don't feel right, man. Like baseball stadiums across the country, we've been dealing with it, man, for like almost over 5 months, right? Through
hmm.
the off season, and when baseball comes back, we wanted to come back roaring. We wanted to come back, like a category five, man. You know what I'm saying? And to have it start off with just one day is just is that's buns to me, man. I don't know. That's just me, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not hating on it. I mean, like I said, Netflix is the number one provider, the streaming platform, and so I think this is probably going to be the norm. What I don't like is that it looks like they're trying to do what the NFL did, that I think disenfranchises a lot of their fans when they have so many games on different platforms that you can't possibly catch them all. And so,
Right.
like today's game is on Netflix, and then you got to go to Peacock tomorrow to watch opening day with, the Mets taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates is the next game. And so, like you got them bouncing back and forth. But I guess that's the financial model that a lot of these sports leagues are going to be adopting to maximize the dollar. They're pulling money from all these different streaming services, just because they can, because content is king. And so make sure if you guys are on the station with us right now, you like and subscribe, drop your comments below. But it looks like we got Zeke with us as well. And so let's go ahead and jump into that next aspect of the topic. Unless, Zeke, you got any beef with MLB being on Netflix?
Um, I don't know. It's weird, but I mean, it is what it is. They're I don't know what the purpose for it is, but I mean, I can watch it, so it's all good.
Yeah, we were just saying before you got here that I think Dave's issue was just that that it was just one game to kick off the season. But I think me and Dave were on the same page that we don't really have a problem with it being on Netflix because it's the number one streaming service. This is the new media landscape now. This is cable TV is kind of a thing of the past. So this is going to be more and more of the acceptable norm. But let's go ahead and jump into that
It
next.
seems like Dave's been having a problem with opening day for the last, I don't know, 5 years. There's always something wrong with opening day with Dave.
It is, but did you
They're
hear my
doing it
take
at Asia or
earlier?
they're doing it somewhere else. I didn't hear anything. I just signed on.
So basically, let me just run it back, just like 30-second preview. So basically, what I said is I had more of a problem with opening day only having one game. And then I don't even know if we're gonna have games tomorrow. I don't know if the games start on Friday or what. But I have a problem more with the only being one game on opening day when the stadium should be flooded with fans, and we should be celebrating this behemoth that is Major League Baseball after 5 months of just sitting through snowstorms and whatnot, and we didn't get that, and it's highly disappointing. The World Baseball Classic made up for that a little bit. However, if the World Baseball Classic wasn't going on, you can bet your bottom dollar we would have been opening up in Japan, because they would have had to do it for for that guy. So
You don't
yo,
even want to say his name on the
no
podcast
man,
now. That's crazy.
I don't man.
Roki Sasaki.
Nah man,
Nah,
yo man,
ain't him.
shout out to Jesus, man. Jesus is asking why Max Fried has 24 fantasy points already. Quality, he's headed toward a quality start, a possible
You gotta
shutout,
look.
and I
You
don't
gotta
know how
look at
many
the
strikeouts
stats,
he had.
man. Look at the scoring.
Yo, we newbies, man. Cut us a break.
I'm just saying. You look at the categories, you'll see why they racking up. It's just like
Gotcha.
football, just a different sport. It's
Zeke
not
is
that
at
much complicated.
Zeke is one angry commissioner, man. I'm telling you.
I'm not angry. I'm exhausted, y'all. Forgive me. If I give an angry disposition, I had a rough night last night, rough day today, so I'm taking one for the team right now. But I'll try to hide that.
It's all good,
For the
Dave.
viewers, we all entered into for the first time for many of us a fantasy baseball league. So we're going to see how that kind of goes. We've always done fantasy football. We tried fantasy basketball, and that didn't go very well. Um, but we're gonna give fantasy baseball a try. See what it's all about. So we're all in a league together. But let's stay on baseball. One of the things we wanted to do just to have a little bit of fun was to pick the division winners for this league. Um, and so let's just start it off with you want to go through the AL first? Let's go through the AL first.
All right, let's
Who you
do it.
got since they're playing tonight? The New York Yankees. Who do you got winning the NL or the AL East? Excuse me. Let's jump to you first, Zeke.
Um, I mean, it's hard to stray from either the Yankees or the Blue Jays. Um, I think I'm leaning toward the Blue Jays. Um, they're young, they're hungry. I think that taste of the World Series last year is gonna push them to want more, and I think they're out for revenge this year. So I think they're gonna take the East and possibly do more.
Okay. And did you want to okay, we're just predicting division winners. We're not going to go 1 through 5.
Nah, it's not necessary.
Okay. All right.
Because
I'll go
last year they
next.
did good. How about that?
When I saw that you wanted to pick division winners, I just went through the whole thing. But yeah, in AL East, I also got the Yankees pulling this one out. I think Boston is going to give them a challenge this year. Roman Anthony looks legit. I think he brings another element to that club. With another season under his belt. I think the Jays take a step back because I know that they were like one step away from the chip, but I just think that losing Bo, I think is going to hurt them a little more than they think, and I think they take a little bit of a step back. And then I got the O's and the Rays. And so, Dave, what about you, brother?
Let's see. So, we kind of running it back with the Yankees, man. I'm a little bit disappointed with that. We did get Garrett Cole back. I just feel like the Red Sox made better moves pitching wise. It's going to be a toss up between the Yankees and the Red Sox, but I'm going to go with the Yankees for the AL East. I think the Blue Jays. I think they may have some issues with pitching. I don't know if you could, when Bichette was healthy, he was a catalyst. He was a key player. I think Clement will step up, but I still think they can pitching wise. I think they're still missing something. So
Okay.
Yankees AL East for me.
Okay, and let's jump right into the Central. Dave, why don't you start us off and just continue? Who do you got?
AL Central,
Yeah.
Tigers, man. I think Tigers are gonna clean up. Scuba is going to be pitching for a contract. They got McGonagall, the rookie phenom infielder. I think Detroit, short and sweet.
Zeke.
Yeah, I'm going with Dave. They got the pitching is strong. You got like you said, Scooble, reigning two-time Cy Young winner. Framber Valdez looking for redemption from that incident in Houston and trying to prove everybody wrong for passing up on him for so long in free agency. Verlander, I mean, he's not the Verlander of old, but being back at home where he started, I think might rejuvenate him a little bit. Casey Mize, he's a former top prospect. He started pitching well last year, so I think they got the arms to control a lot of the bats in the Central, and I just don't see a lot from any of the other teams that they did to challenge them. So go with the Tigers.
I guess I'll be the one dissenter on this because I don't know why I just believe last year and this year. Last year I was wrong, but I'm going to double down. I think Kansas City takes that step up finally. I just do. I don't know why. I just love Bobby Witt Jr.'s game. And what I saw from Miguel Garcia in the WBC, that corner of the infield is legit. And they got some arms on that squad too. So we'll see if they can finally take that next step. But I just kind of envisioned a future where the Tigers are scrambling to figure out how do I trade Scooble before we lose them for nothing at the deadline because they're falling out of it. I just kind of envisioned that when I was trying to think of how this whole thing would play out because I thought that would make for very interesting theater come trade deadline. But
Yeah,
all
when you
right,
talk about the WBC performances, don't forget about the Pasquatch. Vinny Pasquantino stepped up big
Yeah,
for Indy.
exactly.
yeah, man.
So I
Yes.
mean, I like your pick. They got some. They have a lot of talent. I think they might have had the most players represented in the WBC in the entire league, which says something about the talent they got on their roster.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, yeah. I just believe in them, man. I think this might be their year. All right, heading out to the West. I'll kick it off, and then we'll jump to you, Zeke. In the West, I was impressed by what I saw by Seattle. I think they take a little bit of step ahead now that they got a full season with Naylor at first base rather than just at the trade deadline. I think maybe he adds a little bit to what they're trying to accomplish out that way. And their pitching staff is legit. I hope they're legit. Zidane drafted everybody on their on their starting pitching in our fantasy league, so I'm hoping that they do really well. So I'm going to go with the Seattle Mariners to head things off. What do you got, Dave?
I'm gonna keep it simple, man. Mariners. I think that tasting defeat last year kind of rubbed them the wrong way. I don't think Cal. I don't think Cal goes anywhere close to where he was last year with the home runs. I'm going to
Yeah,
cap Cal at 48 home runs this year, but I think they're going to come out of the West. I don't really see anybody else really messing with them. Just that simple, man. Rangers maybe, but no, Mariners.
Zeke.
Yeah, I think the West is a lot deeper than they're getting credit for. I also got the Mariners winning it, but it wouldn't shock me to see the Rangers take it. Houston, they lost the division on the last day of the season last year, and
True.
I mean they're hungry. And don't sleep on the A's, man. I know it's the A's and they've
Yeah,
been a laughing stock, but the A's got a lot of young talent. They made a couple moves this offseason, and between Nick Kurtz and Brett Rooker and Tyler Stroderson and Jacob Wilson, they got a lot of bats, and if their arms
a
can
lot
get
of
them
young
big,
talent.
they I
Yes,
think they would make some noise out there.
for sure. Yeah, yeah. Well, very well said. I thought about picking the A's myself, and I was just there like I ain't ready to go there yet. I think they might be a year away, but I think they're talented and they could make some noise. Let's head out to the vaunted NL East, where the Braves and the Mets reside. Me and Zeke's favorite team, but we'll start with the neutral ambassador. Dave, who do you think wins the NL East?
He's not as neutral as you think, pimp.
Nah, I'm not. Uh, I would absolutely love to see the Mets finish in last place. There's no secret to that. The Braves
Oh
are my
my
second.
goodness.
The Braves are my second favorite team, and yes, you are allowed to have a second favorite team. So no, don't nobody sweat me about that. All right, don't want to hear it. Um, I don't know, man. Phillies. I feel like the Phillies. They're gonna represent, man. Braves. We hurting with some pitching, right, Zeke?
Yeah.
And then we got some guy out there that was making 15 million and decided it was a good time to take some D rugs and
Again,
huh?
again,
Yeah,
because doing it last year wasn't enough for him.
right. so uh you got that guy chilling, and yeah, so Phillies. Let's go.
Uh, I'll go next, and I'll let you have the last word on the NL East, Zeke. I actually think it's going to be the Phillies. I waffled between, hey, I should pick my Mets. I waffled on, hey, Braves always seem to be in first place. I probably should pick them. But I just think, like what you said, I think already it's a bad omen that they got so many people dropping like flies in the beginning of the season. And that's the reason I could not pick the Braves. I went with the Phillies. I think this is probably their last hurrah, as their team is really starting to age out. But those arms that they got, I mean, that's murderer's row, and I think that they could win a lot of games with that talent. So I'm gonna pick the Phillies, and I think hopefully the Mets aren't far behind. Z,
There is nothing objective about what I'm about to say. There's no way I'm going to pick the Phillies or the Mets to win the division, and I will risk being extremely disappointed at the end of the year. I'm picking my Braves, man. I think
Okay.
Acuna's going to have a breakout season. I think if our bats can stay healthy, we can weather the storm at the beginning of the year and hold off until some of our pitching comes back. A lot of our issues last year was we just couldn't hit the ball. So we got a bunch of new coaches. We got a brand new manager, a bunch of different base coaches. Um, but with the manager, he's been the bench coach for years. So there's a lot of familiarity in that dugout. So yeah, I think the Braves are gonna bounce back from last year's disappointment. That's another thing. They're hungry. And last time Mr. Acuna was in the WBC, he came out and gave us 40-70. Um, so I'm looking for another big year. I'm hoping his performance in the WBC with Venezuela winning can catapult him into another big year. And I mean, the team goes as he goes pretty much. But we got Austin Riley healthy again, Matt Olson doing Matt Olson things. We're used to playing without Jurickson Profar, so him being suspended again ain't that big of a deal for me. So yeah, I'm excited to see the season start on Friday. That would probably be my biggest gripe about opening day. You got one game on Wednesday, a bunch of games on Thursday, and a bunch of games on Friday. That's dumb to me, but hey, whatever.
They used to do the one game skip a day and then on the next day, a bunch of games. That
Yeah,
was
I don't know
They
what they're
used to
doing.
start it on Friday. They don't know what they want
Sorry,
to do,
sorry to
man.
go back. Sorry to go back a couple topics, PZ, but that's
no,
really
no, you're
grinding.
fine, bro.
Here.
I would
Trying
tell
to
you this: like one of the things that almost had me pick the Braves was just that they took the Mets' best coaches from last year. The Juan Soto stole like or
Juan Soto
40
had a hell of
bases,
a year.
and so did Lindor. Why? Because of Richardson, who the base coach for the New York Mets, who is now Austin Riley might steal like 30 bases, bro. Like
Bruh,
Austin
30
Riley.
30 ain't coming, bro. 30 ain't
Like
coming.
that's
Let's
when I
go.
thought of that, I was there like, bro, this might
Here's the
be like
thing.
torture. Like you should have paid those coaches.
Austin Riley is fast. Like people don't realize how fast he is because he doesn't steal bases. But if they work on his technique, yeah, he could still. I don't know if he's gonna go 30, but
That's what
20
keeps me
20
up at
wouldn't
night,
be.
bro.
Yo, let's give a shout out to Jesus, man. Jesus showed up. He said that He said Webb is at 33 points. How? Webb is getting shelled
Jesus,
right now, man.
bruh, don't worry about it. You'll be all right. It's a long season.
I don't even know
Don't
how the
sweat the
scoring works, but I guess we'll figure this whole thing out
Yo, it's bananas.
as we go through the season. All right, well, let's get ahead and keep it moving to the Central. Let's start with you first, Dave. Who you got winning the NL Central?
NL Central. Oh boy, let's see. Yeah, it's really not that hard, man. Uh, I feel like the Cubs are gonna find a way to mess it up, and I think the Brewers are gonna be strong enough to come out of there again.
That's probably a safe pick. Go ahead, Zeke.
It's hard to pick against the Brewers. Every year,
It
everybody's looking
is
at the Cubs to do something big, and every year it's the Brewers pulling it out at the end and running away.
every year.
Indeed.
Yeah,
I wanted to pick the Brewers just because the Mets traded Brandon Sproat, and I think he's going to be phenomenal. Um, but I don't know. I think the Cubs take that next step. They
and
got a
bad
really good team, but that might be the KOD that I picked them. So
it's a wrap.
hey,
Sorry,
Mama
Cubs.
J. All right, all right. So that's who we got for the Central. Two Milwaukee's, one Chicago Cubs. Um, not for nothing, but how far the St. Louis Cardinals? They used to be perennial powerhouses, not just in their division, but in baseball. And when I looked up and down on that lineup, you could tell they're in a rebuild. I'm like, how is this team not going to finish last? You got to feel bad for St. Louis Cardinals fans. Once one of the proudest fan bases in all of Major League Baseball. But they don't have a product on that team that I can tell anyway that is representative of their history. But we'll see if they can make a bounce back this year.
Before we leave the Central, keep an eye on the Pirates, yo. The Pirates, they made a lot of moves this year. There were some under the radar moves. They were in the hunt for Kyle Schwarber in free agency, so you could tell right away they were out to spend some money, and they made a lot of under the radar moves to get some help for Paul Skeens, and they got the number one prospect in baseball just waiting to get his chance to break out. What's his name? Connor Griffin. So
Connor Griffin, yeah.
even on the Pirates, don't be surprised if you look up and the Pirates are fighting for that third wild card spot in the National League.
Very, very good point. But they're going to lose their first series of the year to the New York Metropolitans, baby. All right, let's keep it moving to the NL West. Zeke, let's keep you grooving here, brother. Give us the winner of the NL West.
I really want to say the Padres or the Giants, but I mean Dodgers.
That's the only
Dodgers.
right answer. Am I right? Am I right? It's the Dodgers, and then there's just nobody else. I mean, they're going to win the championship this year. You already know where I stand. Dave, you putting your
Uh,
neck out there for anyone but the Dodgers?
it's whatever, man. It's them dudes, man. I don't even want to say their names.
It's the Dodgers. There we go. I don't think there's any debate here. It's the Dodgers. They're winning that division. They were probably running away with it. But let's keep it moving. We wanted also to give our prediction for the MVP of each league. Zeke, let's start with you. Who you got as your MVP for the AL? Who you got as your MVP for the NL?
AL MVP. I want to say Aaron Judge, but he's not representing very well right now. But it's early, still coming off that hangover from the WBC. He'll bounce back. He'll still hit 50 home runs or somewhere about there. And if the Yankees are in contention, and he's the main reason why I'm going with Aaron Judge. National League, I'm going with my boy Acuna. Forget all y'all.
Oh, okay, okay.
I don't care about
Homer
Shohei.
here.
I don't care about nobody else. Acuna is going to have a big year. Is it going to be 40-70? Probably not.
Not
But
biased at all.
no, 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 no. I told y'all there was nothing objective about my National League picks.
Well, he's got a MVP under his belt, so there might be some objectivity to that.
Going
Dave,
on
who you got, brother?
So American League, Judge is never falling off. It's going to be Judge without question. National League, yeah, the trophies dry up this year for that dude out west. It's gonna be Acuna without question.
My man.
Without question, I feel like
Uh,
Acuna is watching him, man, in the WBC, man. He just seemed like he's just ready to go, man. Like it
And
seems
I'm
like
I'm
he's just
hoping I'm hoping Walt Weiss embraces that. Snicker was like that old school stick in the mud, gotta play a certain way, and it's like, all right, you won a championship, but come on, bro. Uh,
yeah. That's kind of how
your
y'all
best
say
days
I
are in
am.
black and white. Yeah, a
you know
little
what is
bit. I
interesting?
mean, a little bit.
The old
And we're going to do a little bit of MLB opening day trivia after this. But one of the things that I learned in trying to formulate these questions was that back in the day, they used to have a rule on how many MVPs you could win. That rule does not exist anymore.
Oh,
Therefore, Shohei Ohtani will win again this year. He's finally healthy pitching, and he's still Shohei with the bat. So I don't see anything that is going to stop this guy. Juan Soto thinks he can. God bless you, brother. I hope you're able to do it. But that man Shohei is that man Shohei for a reason. So he wins it in the NL, and then I'm gonna stay consistent with my picks. I thought KC might have a chance to to make some noise. Therefore, I'm gonna go with Bobby Witt Jr. I think
ooh,
I think he puts together a season for the ages at the shortstop position and lets people know that he's legit. And so I think he's the dark horse to win the MVP in the AL. Those are my picks. All right,
yeah.
fellas. Let's jump into a special. If you got your little and feel free to answer at home without looking it up. Don't cheat, right? I got some trivia questions here that I'm gonna throw at the fellas, and I'm gonna be actually very fair to the guys today. I'm gonna give Dave Yankee trivia. I'm gonna give Zeke Brave trivia,
Oh
just
my
for
God.
fun, because why not, right? All right.
hey,
So
no, I still don't like this. You got some shenanigans up your sleeves. This is gonna be
He
like
got a
there's
bad
no
Boston,
popular
shenanigans.
squad, so
It's
we got
just good, lighthearted
Boston
fun.
Braves, Milwaukee Braves.
Hey, you're thinking, brother. Now you're thinking. All right,
You
so let's start with you, Dave. Which three current Yankees have been selected to both the AL and NL All-Star teams during their careers? Current Yankees that have been selected to both AL and NL All-Star teams during their careers. If you guys know, throw it in the comments. See if you could beat Dave to the answer, and we're live. You got the Jeopardy
okay.
music for me?
Bellinger, Stanton, and what's the kid we got from the Marlins? What's his name? Jazz
kid you got from the Marlins.
Chisholm.
Chisholm? No. It that's your final answer. It's DJ LeMahieu.
Wait. You said
DJ
current.
LeMahieu ain't on the Yankees.
You said
Oh, did I
current.
say? I said
Yeah, you
current.
said current.
Oh man,
Shenanigans.
you know what? I'm looking at last year's.
Man, you gave me
Okay,
a heart attack when you said DJ LeMahieu was on the team. I'm like, man, we definitely
Ah,
cooked this year.
I was
it's
looking
a
at
wrap.
last year's. Okay, all right. Well, we're gonna skip that
On
one.
the team
Luckily, I
too.
had a bonus question. And we messing up right out of the gate here, bro. I should have
Ain't
double
no
checked
we.
this. I was
This ain't French. This ain't
yeah.
French.
All right, all right.
Either
So
way,
we're
I
gonna
still
do
got
this.
it. I had
Which
Stanton and
which
Jazz.
five
Go
which
ahead.
five outfielders, okay, have won AL MVP honors while playing for the Yankees?
Oh wow.
Wait, which say that again?
Which five outfielders have
Uh
won
huh.
honors while playing for the Yankees?
Oh my goodness, bro.
Wow.
Okay.
Gotta dig into the black and whites, Dave.
I know, man.
Can I write down my answers too, or is it just Dave?
You could throw it up in the chat. Cito said it's Bernie Sanders.
Bernie.
Nah. Bernie Sanders.
Go to bed, Jigs. Go to bed, Jigs.
Outfielders, right?
MVP Bernie Sanders.
I don't know, man. Let me hold on a second. Give me a second.
Oh man. This is gonna be all the way wrong for your boy. Outfielders. MVP while playing for the Yankees.
We got to get that Jeopardy music. All right, but I'm
Well,
looking
that,
at the clock.
I got
You
you.
got another?
No, because it's kind of quiet, right?
Yeah, it is. I need the Jeopardy music, and also this has got to be timed too. You got to spit it out.
All right, man. I don't know, bro. This is going to be way off, man, but I can't think of the fifth, man. So I got, of course, Aaron Judge, Reggie Jackson. No, Reggie Jackson didn't win MVP.
Hey, I lost too, bro. He was on my list.
Ruth.
You got that?
Lou Gehrig.
You said Judge already, right?
Lou
Judge,
Gehrig,
Ruth.
first base.
Who else you said?
I said Gehrig.
Garrick?
I thought they moved Gehrig to the outfield at one point.
Who else you got? No, it's not Garrick.
Only when they put him in Monument Park.
Oh my God, I'm done. I'm cooked, bro. I only got all I got is Judge.
Mickey Mantle.
All right. Mickey Mantle. The other answer is Joe DiMaggio.
Oh my God, how did I not think of Joey D, man?
And Roger Maris.
Oh wow,
I'm way off, bro.
There you go.
Bro, I suck.
Okay, and then the last trivia question for you is which three Yankees? Yeah, he's tripping, man. He's tripping, man. He's all the way heated. It's a long season. He's already having a meltdown. First game, he's having a meltdown. His face is just melting right now, bro. Okay, so restart the music for me, Dave, if you can. So which three Yankees were able to make the All-Star team, to make two All-Star teams before turning 23 years old?
Who's this for?
You, Dave. Yankees. Which three Yankees? Three Yankees made the All-Star team twice before turning 23 years old. Can you name them?
Twice before turning 23.
Yep.
Let's see.
I'll give you a hint. Only one is from this generation and is still playing ball.
Okay. One is from this generation and is still playing ball.
Did they do it as a Yankee?
Yeah.
That's tough, man.
Let's see if we can get at least one of them. Give me at least one.
But Jeter's got to be one of them.
No. Surprisingly.
Nah, Jeter was older when he started, right?
Nah, not really, man. But this is wow, man.
I mean, I know he went to college, so he was at least 21 when he came to the.
The one in this current generation will probably surprise you, Dave.
Gary Sanchez.
It's not.
It's still playing, right? Is it Luis
He's
Gil?
still playing. I'll give you another hint. No longer on the Yankees.
So it wasn't Gary Sanchez?
Oh my God.
No.
It's Juan Soto.
Luis Severino.
Nah, it's not Juan Soto. It wasn't Juan Soto. He didn't do that
as a Yankee. He did it as a Yankee.
No.
Oh, he did it as a Yankee.
All right, we'll give you until the clock hits 40 seconds here.
Severino?
5, 4, 3,
I'm done.
2. The answers were Gleyber Torres.
I wanted to say Torres.
Gleyber Torres.
Really did.
Mickey Mantle and Joey D.
You
Yeah.
keep forgetting about Joey D, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Who
All
was
right,
that dude?
you ready, Zeke?
No, but let's go.
Ready? Let's go. Who was now? This is not meant to be a trick question. That's your first hint. Not meant to, but it might be. Who was the first player inducted into the Hall of Fame after playing for the Braves? Doesn't have to necessarily be a Brave,
George Herman
but
Ruth.
bingo. Good job, Zeke. Got the
You
first
throwing
one
this
right.
dude off.
Didn't
That's a
hesitate at all.
I knew
Okay.
you were going to throw a Babe Ruth question in there.
I
I'm
knew
glad
it.
you got it out of the way first.
There you go. Who was the youngest Brave to hit a home run in the World Series?
Oh my God, you
Andrew
throwing
Jones.
this dude. This is wiffle ball, man.
Yeah, I feel bad about
Andrew
this.
Jones, man.
I'm sorry, Dave. I didn't do this.
There you go.
I didn't do this.
Okay. Who holds the major league record for most wins by a left-handed pitcher?
Warren Spahn.
As a Brave?
Warren Spahn played for the Braves.
I was just
Oh, yeah.
testing you, man. Good job. You got them all right.
Well, I was about to say, I know it
Congratulations to
wasn't
Zeke.
happening. Dave, I promise you I had nothing to do with this.
This dude, man, I swear, I'm sitting here. I got a Warren Spahn 56 tops Warren Spahn card over here, man. This dude, this dude threw you like he just lofted you.
Zeke said Warren
He
Sapp.
called it,
Oh,
he
snap.
called it a position player.
But you know what's funny, man? When I saw that as a potential question, immediately my mind went to Tom Glavine. And I was thinking that, you know what, Zeke might say Tom Glavine, because I know that was the first lefty pitcher I thought of was, oh, it's got to be Tom Glavine. And I was like, no, it's Warren Spahn. Like, wow, okay. But good job, Zeke. All right, so that's what we had.
Let me ask you this though: did you really ask me about All-Star appearances for dudes that played back in the 30s and 40s? B, really?
I mean, my guys
Bro,
played in black and white
it's-
too.
You would think you would know that since all Yankee fans basically lived their existence in the 20s, because they're always talking about all these championships they won, and none of them was like from this generation. So I just figured y'all lived there. That should be the questions I asked you. Am I right? Zeke, am I right? Don't Yankee fans all live there?
Bruh. You know, their most recent one was in this generation.
Yeah,
Yours
man.
was, we were barely born when the Mets last won.
We ain't talking about the Mets.
Bruh, the Berlin
Yeah,
Wall
nobody talking about
hadn't
that.
the Berlin Wall hadn't fell yet when y'all won y'all last World Series, man. They blew a
Right.
hole through that joint and let people walk through the others and shake hands through it.
It was like,
quicker
wait,
than
the
they
Mets
could
won the
count.
World Series? We gotta change something up.
Well, all right. Well, speaking of changing something up, I call this a beautiful segue, Zeke, because once you get rid of the music for right now, Dave. Speaking of change something up, we have controversy brewing in the NBA as Giannis wants to play. Giannis wants to play. Giannis Antetokounmpo for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Bucks are trying to sit him down. They don't want him to finish out the season. He is taking the fight to the NBA PA to not be shut down for the season, claiming that he is healthy and at no risk of further injury. Bucks are, however, disagreeing with that, and so the dispute begins with most people claiming that Milwaukee is trying to maneuver for draft position as the motivation to keep him out. Fellas, do we actually have that clip that I was talking about, by the way, Dave?
Yeah, we do.
Okay, we're going to cue it up in a second, but I think it's very suspicious, I will say, because Cam Thomas went over to the Milwaukee Bucks in a midseason trade, or basically the Nets let him go, and the Milwaukee Bucks picked him up. First game, he lit it up for Milwaukee. Had Doc Rivers saying, "Hey, man, I've had some talented six men on my team before." Even compared him to Jamal Crawford when Doc Rivers used to coach Jamal Crawford. And he was there like, now I have Cam Thomas. And this past week he was cut. Why?
Speaking of cut,
Yeah, that's a segue is right there if I ever seen one. Am I right? And so why would you just drop him, right? Perhaps they're trying to tank. And so this guy online had a great um, antidote for how to solve the NBA's tanking or alleged tanking problem. And then we'll debate it after taking a watch. But let us know what you think.
Yeah, and shout out to Omar from Instagram. I We got this from his account. So yeah, so if you want to check out his account, just go there, and he's got other stuff on this. So here we go.
If the NBA wants to fix tanking, they need to implement the PWH draft rules.
Can you explain what that means?
When a team is mathematically eliminated from the playoffs, they start collecting draft points for each win. At the end of the season, whichever team has the most draft points automatically gets the first pick. Second most gets second, and so on. At first, you might say, well, your truly terrible teams will never have the first pick, but that's not the case. Your truly terrible teams will be the first to get mathematically eliminated and be able to start accruing points sooner than your mediocre teams. This way, every game will always be competitive to the very last game. No stars will be sitting on the final stretch on your bad teams, and there will be huge competition for the best, worst teams. No relegation needed, no need for finding tanking teams, and each team has something to play for every game of the season.
I actually
Oh, sorry. Y'all want to see the end, or is it that's it?
nah, that was the gist of it.
Peasy, I can't hear you, bro.
Yeah, no, I was saying you could cut it there. That was basically it anyway. What do you guys think of that proposal for solving the NBA tanking issue? Zeke, I'll start with you. If you got any thoughts on that?
I actually love that. Nobody wants to deal with teams just shutting it down with 25 games left in the season because they're mathematically eliminated. Um, and I promise you, these vets like Giannis and other vets on the team, like they don't care about draft picks. Like this is precious time that they have left. They want to get out there and do what they love. They want to get out there and compete. They want to get out there and try to win. They don't, especially if they're healthy. So in the era of load management where players are looking for opportunities to sit on the bench and watch their teammates play, I applaud Giannis to come out and say, "Nah, fam, I'm healthy. This isn't me. This is them trying to sit me down." And wanting to go out there and be competitive. I think with the proposition that we saw in that clip, um, you got teams who are all right. We're out of it, but if we want a good draft pick, all right, let's keep competing. Let's keep trying to get those draft pick points or whatever they want to call them. And I don't know, I think it'll just be overall a much improved situation for the NBA. And if they implement something like this and it works, I kind of hope they can do something like this for other sports too, where teams have incentives to win even when they suck.
Dave.
I love this idea, man. Um, you know, if they invested as much time into a system like this to avoid tanking as they do for the in-season tournament, I think that they would have something. They would have something proper. They really would, man. They would eliminate a lot of this load management, all of this, oh, this person, you get the player coming out saying, I'm not hurt, I want to play. And somebody who, like with Giannis, I feel like Giannis, it's hard for Giannis to be that dude who will play that game or play that role with them, to act like he's hurt. He's just, that's culturally, that's not who he is. So, you get a lot of the unfortunately, I hate to say this, but you get a lot of the American-born players that they would eat that up because it's just chill time for them. Sit back, collect a check. I would love to see the NBA implement something like this, but I don't think they would because it's not their idea. But this person is definitely whoever this person was that came up with this. It's a brilliant idea, and it would actually work.
You know, I love the idea when I first heard it. I thought it was a fantastic model, but as I'm like replaying it in my head, eh, I don't trust the teams. I think they'll find a way to even get over on that system. Part of me, I think it should be tried still, but I think they'll still find a way because if you're the first team eliminated, then you could start accruing points first, and so that's cool because then you could start trying to win. But what if they just try to race to the bottom sooner? So that way they can start accruing those points. And so I'm just there like, oh, now we're back at square one. So I don't know. Maybe this solves the problem. Maybe this starts tanking midway through the season. I don't know, but I think they got to try something because this is putting a spotlight on how pathetic the current system is. The fact that they're literally cutting very talented players from their roster, and they're trying to sit their star player, and yet they're still charging tickets for the game. That should not be. That should not be. It's not. If you're gonna do that, discount the tickets to darn near nothing, right? But you put your players when they're healthy on the floor. You give the fans the product that they deserve, and so I think the NBA has to try something. And this sounds as good of an idea as any I've heard. But all right, fellas, let's keep it moving. We're gonna jump into the world of hockey. Dave, why don't you cue this up?
Yes, sir. So this is a. I know you guys love talking about this. But anyway, I become a hockey head, so I'm going to be throwing hockey into this. So this is the wild card corner, where I get to talk about the stuff that you guys don't really like to talk about. Not too popular,
Stop
but
saying you guys,
you
man. I'm
guys, man.
Team Wildcard.
Well, Josh isn't here, so I guess I can't use that. Zeke, I know you love this stuff too, man. So, but I digress. Let's talk about the PWHL, Professional Women's Hockey League. All right, they are in the midst of what's called the Takeover Tour, and I got a couple of notes here, real quick. So, the league is currently traveling around the country to neutral cities to test new markets and to reach new fans across North America. The PWHL expanded this season from 6 teams to 8 teams, and they added 2 West Coast franchises. And so that they kind of a lot of the players that are involved in the league, a lot of them played in the Winter Olympics, where the U.S. won gold. Yay! So there was kind of like there was a lull there, with players being tired and whatnot. But they got this tour going on right now, and they're in the final stretch of the regular season right now. So there's a lot of playoff implications with this takeover tour. They did it last year and decided to bring it back this year. So if you want to check it out, all of their games are being streamed live on the PWHL YouTube channel. And if you have any of like the regional sports networks like NESN or MSG or TSN, you can check them out on there too. So I've watched some replays of the games, and man, it's like it's pretty cool, man. It's like the energy is there. You could tell like some of them don't like each other. Of course, they don't fight like as much as the men do. I don't think I actually ever seen them fight, but they don't like each other, some of them, and so it's pretty it's pretty entertaining, man. So you get a chance, check it out. And then moving over to the NHL. So right now with the NHL, man, the NHL is just getting crazy right now. It's the playoff push is going on right now. The conferences, a lot of the races in the conferences are very tight. But I just want to like really focus on like so the Atlantic Conference, man, is I was talking about this with Chris at work, my friend Chris. The Sabres are in the Atlantic Division, and they're leading the division right now, and they're fighting for their first division title since 2011. And they got some traffic, a little bit of traffic. Tampa Bay Lightning. So points wise, it goes. The Buffalo Sabres have 95 points. Tampa Bay Lightning have 93, and then Montreal Canadiens have 88 points, and then Boston and Ottawa are kind of pulling up behind them. So for those of you guys who don't know, we're in Rochester, New York. So the AHL team for the Sabres is the Rochester Americans. And so if you're in the New York area, man, right now the Islanders, the Islanders, I believe, I think they might be eliminated. I think they're involved in a tiebreaker situation. But if I were Islanders fans, I would not hold my breath. But the Rangers, my team, they are like, we literally just set a record the other night for the least amount of shots on goal since like I think 2003 or something like that. It was pathetic. It was single digit effort with shots on goal. So and we are absolutely going nowhere fast. So I would advise all New York residents, sports fans to root for the Sabres. It'd be great to see them go and actually do what the Bills cannot do. Sorry, Zeke. Just had to put it out there. But that's
All Bill slander is welcome over here, bro.
but
I don't
that's
care what
it.
team it is.
I feel you, man. I feel you. But that's all I got for the wild card. Appreciate you guys letting me do my thing.
I'm hoping this women hockey league catch on, man. It's we're seeing a lot of these professional women's leagues pop up. You got the hockey now. You got professional volleyball on USA. We got the professional softball league. I heard they're starting a professional baseball league. The WNBA has a deal where they're going to be having their games broadcast on USA. So they're getting a lot of momentum. So I hope it encourages these young girls to go out and play the sports that they love and look forward to a professional career.
Okay. Well put, fellas. Dave, I thought you had more than just that, didn't you?
You muted, pimp.
Hold on, my bad. I missed it in the MLB corner segment. I was going to talk about the ABS and baseball players shrinking, so to speak, shrinking.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, so it's pretty wild, man. It's like there's been an ego check this week for a lot of MLB players because with the ABS, automatic balls and strikes system, the players have had to be remeasured, so that their strike zone fits their actual height. So what's happening is you got a lot of these guys out here who, for whatever reason, I don't know if it was to make their personal statistics, their bodily statistics look bigger than what they were or are for contract reasons or whatever, scouting reasons. Coming to find out that a lot of these guys are like 2 to 3 inches shorter than what has been put down for them over their careers. So there's a couple guys that went from being 6'1" to 5'10", which is bananas. But I didn't hear like a lot of guys like Judge and Stanton of their heights being altered at all. But there's a lot of guys out there. I didn't hear anything about Jose Altuve. I was interested to hear if he actually, what his actual height was, because I know that dude is fibbing about how tall he is. But anyway, I just I thought
Isn't
that
he
was
listed at like
funny.
5'7"?
Yeah, that guy. I think he's listed at like 5'7". Let me see. I'm gonna look him up.
Yo, you
Shout
got a
out
lot of
Jose
niggas
Altuve.
5'7", god dog.
That's what's
Huh?
up.
What's that?
I said shout out to Jose Altuve doing big things at 5'7".
Five
Oh
six.
man,
Oh, five
hey,
six.
he
Yeah.
my height. Let's go.
Yeah, man.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nah, man.
Um, but you know what, Dave? Let me ask you this, bro. Because I saw the report, and I know they said the MLB players are shrinking, but like the way that I was always, I always understood the strike zone is it's essentially letters down to the knees, right?
Yes.
And so
Yes.
like if you're at the plate, that changes a little bit with your stance at the plate. If you're crouched down a little bit more, most umpires will give you that high, will won't count that high strike that otherwise, if you stood up upright, you should be able to get if your stance truly is a little crouched.
Yeah. But guess what?
So,
That's all null and void now because ABS. They're not gonna be giving them anything. You know what I'm saying? Cats are gonna
well,
be
that's what I'm
taking.
saying.
So
Shouldn't they
do
though?
they measure them in their batting stance or just back into the
That's
wall?
exactly what I'm asking. Yeah.
It didn't. It didn't really say. There wasn't really a
Because I
lot of
mean,
data given on, how what the process was. They just were talking about. They were more hung up on the story. Was that was more catchy was that dudes were losing, uh, a couple inches off of their height, and a
yeah,
lot of people found that to be funny because you got obviously Bregman is easy to pick on because he's a former Astro, and Altuve is easy to pick on because he's like the shortest dude in the league. So yeah,
yeah.
I
I don't
got
know.
you.
The biggest
I could
question with
look. I could
ABS
find out
is
though.
are they doing these measurements according to their batting stances? Because Stanton isn't 6'7" in the batter's box.
Right.
Judge isn't 6'8" in the batter's box, so they
Yeah,
they
but
should be measuring them in their stance,
yeah,
and they
Right.
make
and
that
Which
the
would
standard throughout the
he's
year.
listed at 6'6" too.
which would shrink them. If you measure them in their stance, it would shrink them across the board.
Right. So that way, if they try to tinker with their stance in the middle of an at bat, nah, this is your given strike zone. So if the ball is there, hit it.
Or what if
Yeah,
they
that's
like,
pretty much how it works.
crouch down a little bit more when they were getting tested for their stance? That's a whole nother rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking it up trying to see. It says no. It says that they're not being measured in their banded stances for the ABS. Instead, they're being measured standing straight up and without shoes.
That's crazy.
Okay, well, at least without the shoes would give at least that little bit, um, that you're gonna crouch. So,
Yeah. So check this out. They said that this is how the zone is calculated. All right. So top of the zone is 53.5% of the player's height. The bottom of the zone is 27% of the player's height, and the width is 17 inches, the exact width of home plate.
Oh,
So
home plate. Yeah.
they haven't changed the width of it at all. It's going to be the exact measurements of home plate, but the bottom of the zone is 27% of the player's height, which is crazy,
I'm glad they did this in 2026 and not 1996.
bro. Let me tell you.
I
You know what I'm talking about, Peasy.
know exactly what you're talking about because that was Tom Glavine and Maddox's bread and butter, man. They ain't
Yeah,
have
man.
Oh yeah.
they didn't have if they threw 95, that was throwing heat.
Yeah, but
Heat.
they was dancing all over the plate, man.
My
Oh yeah.
man was at 89, 91, and that was heat, right? And they were professionals, man. They knew how to dot the
It's about
edges,
placement.
expand the strike zone. And that's what they're like, oh, look at how he's able to expand the strike zone. That was all the talk back then. Ain't the talk no more.
You sound better.
I'm not bitter. It is what it is. It's going to be interesting to see how this whole thing plays out.
Yeah.
But I think I'm excited for it to see how it plays out because I think as fans we always want our team to win, obviously. But I think in general, I think we could all agree that there's way too many strikeouts in the game. And
Absolutely.
yeah, and I don't. I think with the way that pitchers are throwing the kind of speed that they're throwing now, there has to be a give back as well. And so you could throw that fast, you ain't getting those little things off the plate anymore, bro. because they're like, put that over the plate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess that's my take on that. I don't think they should get those pitches that they did in the past. Not when you got guys up and down the roster, starting pitchers, relief pitchers, middle relievers, all throwing 95 plus. That's like, bro, you ain't giving you that off the plate stuff no more, bro. But all right. Well, guys, do we have any roundup that happened today, or is that our podcast?
That's it, bro. We covered
That's
everything,
all I
man.
got, man.
Beautiful, beautiful. Fellas, go watch MLB opening day. And yeah, we'll have some fun this MLB season. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button to help us in the algorithm. Every episode, hit that like button. Make sure that you subscribe. Shout us out on the social media platforms. We're on Instagram as well as on Facebook. You know, good episode, fellas, whatever, in the little comment section. We love to see your support. And we'll be back next week with much, much more. And
No
salute to
trivia.
my man Josh, who's out in Florida. And I hope everyone has a blessed and wonderful night.
No doubt.
Peace.